Baseball is a sport known for its history and tradition, and BYU's baseball program is no exception. From Y Mountain to the boxing ring to Miller Stadium, BYU Baseball Traditions can be found all around Provo. The team will tell you these traditions are more than just fun activities.
Well, I think it's important that each year when you bring new players in, that they have something to look forward to, and that the older players can kind of set the tone for them. And that way, not everybody's learning everything new every year. But
well, it brings everybody together each year, and the alumni with the current players. If everybody has theirs, it's just kind of it's our thing. I don't think anybody else does it in the nation.
When I transferred, we really didn't have much like tradition and school spirit, and it was just nice to come here. It's kind of refreshing because you kind of have something a little extra to play for.
3 of the main traditions in the BYU program are preseason boxing, the Y Run, and the team coin. Coach Law explains the history.
It takes a lot of courage to get in a ring against another guy with boxing gloves on, and we try. They train for about 5 weeks before, and they're sparring and hitting the heavy bag and the speed bag and doing all kinds of things. It also helps build shoulder strength and stamina, and then we have an event where we put those who want to go in against another guy. We let them go in 2 one-minute rounds, and after 2 one-minute rounds, I'll tell you, some of them are really punch drunk at the end. They can hardly move their arms because it's a real physically taxing sport.
Can you tell us who you were most impressed with boxing?
They're all not very good, but I thought Jake Wortham, I think, is probably, technique-wise, was one of the better guys.
Coach Law said he figured that you were the best technique-wise in the ring. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's nice. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was good technique. I just kind of swung.
You feel like you could pretty much take most people on your team?
I don't want to say that because I don't want to mess with anybody's pride, but
okay.
I can hold my own, I think.
Okay.
I feel that it makes you have a different kind of mentality and outlook on things, and it's basically you against the hitter every time while you're pitching. So you against the guy boxing, you want to beat him every time.
Yeah, tough situations, like when you got to run on 32 outs, you just want to, and 2 strikes, you want to stay mentally focused and see the pitch, and and not swing at bad pitches. And in the ring, you have a punch coming at you, you got to stay focused, you got to dodge the punches.
Probably the most grueling tradition is the annual Y Run. Anyone who's hiked the Y knows it's a steep uphill climb. Well, the baseball team doesn't hike or climb, they run.
It's a lot harder than I expected it to be. It was muddy. It was just not fun at all. I did not want to do that again, but I have another 3 years here, so I have to do that again. So I'm not looking forward to it.
Did you sprint the whole time, or how did you balance that out?
I ran the first switchback, then I did a nice slow jog, then a walk, then a crawl, pretty much, and then I ran to the end to meet up with the teammates at the end.
It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's just a great thing that kind of builds team camaraderie, and it really is the toughest thing I've ever done in my life.
We felt like it was something that would unify the group, and we actually had everyone try to run together so that nobody fell behind. It's evolved now where it's not done all together. I mean, we all start together, but it's not where they have to stay with one another to pull the last guy along. It's more of a race to see who can get there to the top, and our guys, I think, have enjoyed that as much as you can enjoy running to the Y.
Once they reach the Y, the players have finally earned the 3rd tradition, the coin.
And there's 3 little elements there that says 1 team, 1 shield, and 1 brotherhood. And then it's got the BYU insignia in the middle of it. And all of our coins have the BYU insignia on one side, and so they pretty much stay standard. The other side, there's the setbacks that you have when you go up to the Y. And there's also very, very small, there's some boxing gloves there, which is one of the events that we have also. Just tried to commemorate everything that we do. Around here, there's 3 things that we've really tried and define our BYU baseball program. And that number 1 thing is effort, character is the second, and execution with exactness. And we feel like that's something that we want our guys to really do.
Now also, the coin is a tradition. You have your coin on you?
Yeah, I do, actually. It's right here.
I do.
You do?
Uh-huh.
You promise?
It's in my shoe. I got to keep it there.
I do.
Nice.
Here it is. Got it.
I don't. I actually left my wallet on the airplane last trip, so I'm trying to get a new driver's license and everything. I actually haven't told the coaches. So
every one of our players carries with them at all times, and they have it. If they don't have it and somebody springs the coin on them and they don't have it, then they owe that person a soda.
Have you ever gotten caught?
No, I always have it on me. Especially being a freshman, I don't need anything else to be going wrong.
Have you ever had to get people a soda?
No, I always have mine on me. I don't want to go spend money on something I don't really need to buy.
I've gotten caught many times and not having my coin.
So now you just keep it in your shoe?
I have it with me all the time from now on. I've learned my lesson.
These traditions build endurance and confidence and may even result in a free soda once in a while. But more importantly, Coach Law says they build a bond that past, present, and future players will be able to share for a lifetime.
Those traditions, I think, are very important in building a unified group of players, not only for this group, but it's something that they will have all in common once they graduate, and then when they come back, that's always somebody's going to be able to say 10 years from now, hey, do you remember when we ran the Y? And everybody's going to understand that because they've all done it.
They'll definitely have their coins on them now. Hopefully, though, we didn't get Jake Wortham in any trouble.